Well, we've circled our way back around to South Beach in the heart of Miami Beach's entertainment and nightlife district on Ocean Drive. Now, this is really one of the mainstays of News Cafe. I've come here so many times, Paul. I love it.
It's been here since 1988, and for me it symbolizes the great turnaround of this area over the last 2 decades. In fact, let me show you on the map where we're at. Here we are at 8th and Ocean, in the heart of the Art Deco district. And in a few moments we'll walk up the street and take in the sights along Ocean Drive that have become so famous over the last many years.
We are literally up the street from where we started.
The beach developed in a south-north direction. Your first developers were down in the southern tip, and they just kind of worked their way up. But I'll tell you something, as recently as about 20 years ago, this was a rundown area.
I remember coming in the 70s. All these hotels were dilapidated. The retirees were out either exercising or sitting in their lawn chairs. It is definitely different than it was.
They called it God's waiting room then, but then you begin to see the stirrings of a turnaround about 1976. A journalist and interior designer by the name of Barbara Kaplan teamed up with a young designer, Leonard Horowitz, and formed the Miami Design Preservation League. They wanted to finally give credit to rundown buildings that had been in steady decline since their heyday in the 1930s and 40s. Instead of tearing down the old buildings, she wanted them restored and protected. Through their efforts, this area became the first 20th century historic district, and this neighborhood was listed on the National Register of Historic Places.
What is the derivation of the term Art Deco?
It comes from a Paris exposition in 1925 that had within its title Art Decoratif. It was an exposition that essentially displayed what we call the Art Deco style. By the mid-1980s, this whole area was experiencing a rebirth, in large part owing to the pioneers and risk takers who were buying up the properties and restoring them. And of course, all the free publicity generated by feature films, music videos, catalog shoots. South Beach was becoming internationally known. You had Gianni Versace buying the Amsterdam Hotel and turning it into a private residence. You had Gloria and Emilio Estefan buying the Cordozo. And eventually you had many of the forces who were originally against the renovation of the historic district now embracing it.
But Barbara Kaplan and Leonard Horowitz didn't really live to see the full extent of their success, did they?
You're right. Leonard died in the early 1980s and Barbara passed away in 1990. But you know, as the years have gone by, dozens and dozens of apartments and hotels have been restored in this wonderful historic district.
Paul, so what are some of your favorite hotels on Ocean Drive?
Oh, I like so many of them on this street. One of my favorites, in fact, is right here, the Breakwater. Designed in 1939 by Anton Skislewitz. It's got the largest brand on Ocean Drive, the largest signage, wonderful ship railing right at roof level, and of course it's got this wonderful edge glass around the entranceway to the hotel. Full of life, live music every day. It's really a jewel.
She's quite a beauty.
She really is. There's another one I want to show you though. Why don't you follow me?
Okay.
Another one of my favorite hotels is the Clevelander just behind us. It's a jewel of a building designed by Albert Annis, who hailed from Chicago and was really a prolific Art Deco architect. Designed it in 1938. I just love its neon illuminated signage, its terrazzo floor.
I saw the eyebrows up there.
Oh, they're great too. Glass brick. And how about the flying saucer over there? It's just a fantastic hotel. But you know something? I came over here in 1986 to visit some friends. They were the only people staying in this hotel. It was in ramshackle condition. 2 years later, I came back over. The whole place was on fire. I want to show you something else that's really interesting too. Come on over here with me. One of my very favorite buildings in the whole Art Deco district is this jewel here, the Miami Beach Life Patrol Headquarters building, designed by Robert Taylor in 1939, 13 years after he did Espanola Way, a little further up the beach.
I never even knew this was here, Paul.
Oh, it's a jewel. It's the epitome of the streamlined style. That is, that a building imitates a machine, obviously a boat. Look at the portholes, the ship railing, the yard arm.
Now, in 1939, you had cruise ships out here.
Plenty of them.
What an inspiration for a building like this.
Probably where you got the idea for it, in fact.
Well, the sun's setting. Why don't we head out to Ocean Drive?
Sounds great. Let's do it.
You know, there's nothing like an evening stroll on Ocean Drive for excitement.
There's so much to see here and so much to do, and you know, we've come a long way.
Well, it's been an exciting journey and an exciting century, and you're really a walking encyclopedia of South Florida.
Thanks, Hunter, so much. I enjoy sharing the rich history of this area with so many wonderful people.
We hope you've enjoyed the walking tour of Miami Beach with historian Dr. Paul George, and we hope you get a chance to explore some of the nooks and crannies just around the corner. Should we go find some more?
Let's go.
Okay.